All right, it's week 8, and we're almost to the end of 12 weeks. This week I want to introduce the concept of detoxing. There have been blogs and television shows and a whole bunch of information on the internet about detoxing. In a nutshell, it's not a concept that's well grasped by the medical community. Unless you're doing an NIH study on chelation therapy for cholesterol or perhaps mercury. So going to your doctor, you won't get much information. Going to your yoga teacher, going to your herbalist, you probably get a vast amount of information. And I think if you choose the right person, you'll get the right detox for you. It's not one detox for everybody, just like the diet. It's not one nutrition plan, one meditation plan or relaxation response plan, one exercise routine. Everybody has to experiment and find their groove, find what works and resonates with them. So the basic premise would be go see an herbalist or go ask a person that has experience about detoxing. You can sometimes make some phone calls, and I'll put a link to my herbalist in Claremont, Florida. The objective is, again, to start fresh. If you detox, say, your bowels get moving, your liver gets a little bit of a break, your kidneys get a little bit of a break, your blood system is improved, and you start from fresh, then you'll have a great way to take advantage of the feeling with the new lifestyle, whether it's a thinking, eating, or activity. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to hold on to that new lifestyle and feel the improvements immediately, so it's a positive reinforcement to get you into the next daisy chain pinnacle of change. So what I use, you can go to Whole Foods where I give my lecture. I think they have a 7-day and a 14-day detox. It's kind of general. You talk to the herbalists there, or at least the nutrition people there. I use Nature's Sunshine. This was introduced to me in Claremont, Florida with the herbalist I was talking about, I mentioned earlier. And Nature's Sunshine's you won't find this in too many stores, but it would be a nice, well-packaged idea and schedule for detoxing. It essentially is taking 6 caplets of a combination of different herbs that will probably make your bowels go, probably help the liver do what it's supposed to do, and the liver is the big detox organ of the body. It's supposed to work well, but it's usually hit by a tremendous amount of bad foods, toxins in our food systems, toxins and carcinogens in the water system, sometimes what we breathe when you're in traffic, and then sometimes other things. But bottom line is that the combination of herbs that are found in the cleanse, I think is right on. It won't cause too many side effects, but you, again, need some guidance, especially if you're on medicines. So again, the idea is to take these right about 15 minutes before you eat your meals. So for this next 7 to 14 days, my suggestion is you stop all the supplements that I suggested to you. You just stop them cold turkey, and I'll put a list of what you're supposed to be on up until now. We've had some changes. We'll be able to get the last 3 weeks, and I'll suggest to you an exciting, or a combination of exciting supplements that you can pick up in your local herb shop, order them online. That will take you into the 12th week and hopefully launch you into feeling really good really fast. But for now, stop all your supplements. Do not stop your medicines. Again, consult me or ask your doctor or herbalist about the use of these detoxes with what you're on. And then you probably should pick these next 7 to 14 days to get on a mostly vegetable, hopefully green diet. I don't like caffeine. I've had problems myself with caffeine in the past, and I'll probably tell you about that next time. I don't like alcohol. I think it's an irritant to the liver. I don't like processed foods. I mean, I crave processed foods when I'm tired and coming back from an evening shift, but the side effects, I can feel them immediately, so I don't like those things. But it's so easy to have that stuff. If it's in your house, get rid of it. Because in this next 7 to 14 days, you're probably going to go through some cravings. You're going to go through some withdrawals. You might get some headache. You might get some bad skin. You might get some acne. You might have to move your bowels 3 times a day. So you got to prepare for that. But this is all in an effort to kind of reset not only your circadian rhythm at night, but your rhythm of existence. That means your sleep, your eating cycle, your response to stress when you're exposed to it. Everything has to be reset. Now this will be a nice way to do it. So maintaining on everything, mostly plant-based diet, mostly green, would be the way to go. There's the detox prescription written by a guy named Merrill, Dr. Merrill. He's put it in an easy term. If you don't like taking supplements or you're on a lot of medicines, then you can go through what he has a 3-day cleanse or a 3-day introduction of detox where you're mostly juicing. But his color wheel, I'll see if I can find a link to it, his color wheel tells you about what to do and what time to do it, and it's pretty easy to follow. You just have to get a juicer. I get most of mine from Mariano's, but my dad's coming into town and he's big on juicing, so I'll have access to his experience and his techniques to have more of this stuff so I don't buy it. This is $5 each, so that all the vegetables that are in here are healthy, but $5 a couple times a day is going to add up. I'd rather have you spend money on hands-on healer, massage therapist, or a exercise coach more so than that. But if that's all you have access to, then do it. If you don't want to buy a juicer, then do it. But I'll put links on suggestions on juicers too. So that's what I'm going to suggest for this time, is stop your supplements. We'll restart after the next 7 to 14 days, and between the two I'll see how we feel, or I feel, next week, and how some of my patients are responding. Those of you just following along, we'll see, but depending on the response and the next launch, I do expect that you should continue with your exercises calm, bring them down a little bit as far as the intensity, because you're going to be decreasing your food intake. You still should keep up with fluids, mostly water, but because of the decreased food intake, you might hit the wall, so decrease the activity a little bit. The sleep, it'll be off, so expect it. You might be tired too for the next 7 days to 14 days, so tell everybody at the household and have that support. Family is so important, so if they're not on board with you, get a different family. No, if they're not on board, do the best you can, but prepare for it. But tell everybody, prepare for it, because you might get those side effects I just mentioned, and hopefully they'll understand, even the people at work. You don't have to take vacation time, but it's just important to know what to expect. So hopefully we'll make it till the next video, next week, 7 days, and you'll feel a little bit different. So we'll take it from here, and be careful with all the detoxes that are out there. You'll find a whole bunch of information. Be wise, because some of the stuff out there is ridiculous. Very few are worthy of following or listening to.